quarterbacks.
All right.
Quarterbacks.
Well, let's start with Trey. I mean, he's the starter. So
Yeah.
all right, man.
Boy, 5 quarters. 5 quarters.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right. Okay. So the number one thing for Trey is to be healthy.
Yeah.
That's number one. Also, and I don't know Kyle's, coaching track or whatever, but I would implore Trey to start reading some books. I would want to know what he's reading. If I would really try to start I would want to have an in-depth conversation about how Trey felt about his year. What did you learn over the year? What frustrated you over the year? What still frustrates you? And what did you get through yourself? I want you to talk to me about the emotional stability that you have moving forward in the season. And a lot of these things are conversations that you want to have from a guy that you're really going to be asking to lead your team. And you almost got to extend an olive branch to kind of see where his head is at. I'll be very interested to see how Trey feels about this team moving forward, seeing what's transpired. I will say on a silver lining, I would ask him how he felt about Brock's season. What did you see about Brock's preparation that you didn't see before? What are you going to take on as your own that you saw from Brock that you didn't do before? Really, I just would like to just keep an open platform of education for Trey, because quite frankly, we owe it to him. He's been put in a very tough situation in an environment where he was asked to lead a winning team, and he wasn't ready. And we knew he wasn't ready. And
yeah. Also, one thing about the way they used him, they really pressed the issue with the running when it felt like teams were laser focused on stopping him from running. And anytime he just handed off, someone would go for like 8 yards. I feel like the Niners were a little too aggressive on that when teams were clearly focused on taking that away. Like, you didn't necessarily have to use him as a runner while teams were gearing up to stop him. I mean, every time he handed off, it worked.
I think this team talks a good game, but I don't think that this roster has the stomach to ingest Trey maturing.
Yeah.
I don't think
clearly not. Clearly not. The last 2 years indicate that.
Yeah. And I saw that was emblematic of how
they may not have a choice this year, though.
Oh no, Trey started
we'll see.
This year.
From what they were talking yesterday, they were like, "Oh, yeah, Brock's coming back." Well, he hasn't made up his mind about what he's going to do. We'll see about that. We'll see.
All right, and even if he does come back, what is he when he gets back?
Good question. Right? Is he have the same kind of arm strength or less? Anyway, we'll get to Brock.
That was already
let's give Jimmy some flowers, because he's gone, and I was trying to push him out the door for years. I finally get my wish, but you know what? He had his best. He had a very good stretch this year, and he won a bunch of games.
He had his best year as a Niner.
He did. He really did. He did.
Yeah. One of these things is just thank you for being a friend. I feel like this is Golden Girls. Like, travel down the road and back again. Like, Jimmy got us out of a tough spot. You know what I'm saying? If we didn't have Jimmy, we talk about Brock.
Right.
Man, what if we didn't have Jimmy with Trey? The season would have been over in week 2. Yeah. I feel like for all of the things that we know about Jimmy, he still came through for us being the consummate professional. That matters.
Also, he was the original scapegoat of Kyle Shanahan, which we know is not an easy job. Kyle doesn't take blame. He puts it on the quarterback, and Jimmy just pretty much took it without ever complaining publicly and did the best of his ability. Did the job of the best of his ability. He does. So you got to give him credit for that. Now, he will say once in a while that his plays suck, but you know what? He's human. He's human.
He takes it in stride. What I will say is that, Jimmy, you may have messed up, because now we got tape on what it looks like when you really are trying. Now we got tape on what it looks like to know when you're not looking off people or when you're trying to run those extra yards. Truth be told, I'm gonna just be honest. Part of the reason why I feel like Jimmy got hurt is because he was trying to run, and he was trying to he had a little bit too much dip on his chip. I'm gonna be honest with you. Jimmy was playing out for the talent and for what Jimmy has given us over 6 years. I think it's pretty safe to say that Jimmy was playing outside of himself at certain points of the season, not making mistakes, not missing reads, not throwing picks, getting the ball out without
managing the game. Like, whoa, man,
come on,
whoa, who are you? Yeah, where's this guy coming from? Yeah,
and I feel like he flew a little too close to the sun and he got burnt. It is what
honestly,
it is.
When he got hurt, all he had to do was go down. But he was. But hey, to his credit, he was trying to get the Niners back in field goal range. Hey, give him credit for that. And I hope he gets paid or whatever. Let's talk Brock.
Well, he's the only. I mean, outside of Christian McCaffrey, he's the only person that you really can't. I mean, we know the story. What are we gonna do? Run the tape. This kid.
Yeah.
As far as just, I don't even want to talk about him getting better. He's hurt. So all
I want to say is, Brock, don't let the Niners influence your decision. Do what's best for you. Do the right thing, because this is the most important decision of your life so far. What you do
from a football standpoint. Forget the Niners. From a football standpoint, if we're talking to Brock, Brock, the Niners aren't the only people who saw you do what you did at the end of this season.
That's true.
Do not get leveraged. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Okay? The rest of the football world saw you too. Do not double down on a bad situation just to get what you're eventually going to get down the road. Okay?
Right. Just to please Kyle or whatever, or John or Jed. You know what I'm saying? Because if you come back in 6 months like they want you to, and your arm isn't as strong, they will chew you up and throw you out and be like, he's not what he used to be. Sorry. And you'll feel like an idiot.
Mail. You'll
feel like, why did I do this? So make sure you talk to people you trust who are on your side with this.
Yeah.
Independent.
Don't rush back, man. Don't rush back. And I know we all want our guy and we want to be able to look on camp and whatever, but if Brock comes back in 6 months and he's not healthy, I mean, that's going to be catastrophic. And you can't sit here and talk about how much you like the kid and how much you love his story and how much you're behind him, but not want the best for him on a human level. You know what I'm saying? So,
and if the Niners really think he's special, if they think they have something here and he could become a good top-level quarterback for it, then his future freaking matters. Don't just rush him back for, you know what I'm saying? This could be your franchise quarterback, right?
That's true.
So be careful here.
Yeah.
Anything else we need to say about these guys?
No, man. I'm as far as they were kind of the star of the show, but not really. They
got hurt. And then John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan said yesterday that essentially Trey needs to prove he can stay healthy. Jimmy's had injury issues, but Brock does a great job of maintaining his durability. Guys, it doesn't seem like the organization is going to give you too much. It's on your own. I think protecting yourself is your job. So as long as you know that that's the expectation.
Yeah, luck. I mean, we treat our quarterbacks like SF operators, man. Like the training
replaceable. You're a running back. Next man up. And maybe that's the case. Let's give these guys a collective grade for what they did this year.
A+. We don't have a season. We don't have a season without those sacrificial lambs. We don't have a season unless Trey goes down, Jimmy comes up. Jimmy goes down, Brock comes up. Brock goes down, and then Josh Johnson. Like this
I'm
game
leaving Josh Johnson out of this. He shouldn't have been in this group. I'm sorry, Josh, but he never should have been part of this. They said
but we talked about this. Grant, he's played 15 years, bro.
I know.
Like
I know. What were we thinking?
He's got paid.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not
it's
playing
true.
for